Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Manvik again, and today we are going to see something useful and important in the world of motorcycle riding. Today we'll see what are the essential riding gears that are required and what are the minimum riding gears that you need to go on a tension-free long rides. Riding gears are comprised basically of 5 different elements, out of which 2 or 3 of them are the most important ones, and these are the must needed ones for a long ride. I repeat, these are the must needed ones for the long ride. Let's get started. Firstly, a helmet. A good quality helmet is a must. Now, what do you mean by a good quality helmet? Let me tell you. When you see a helmet, you look for good graphics on top of it, good amount of cushion inside, good amount of ventilation for those summer rides, and all of that. But also, what you need to check is for the certification. What do you think about certification? So in India, we have ISI standards which certify the helmets for their safety standards. Likewise, there is something called as ECE in the European countries, and there are DOT certified helmets in the US region. So buying any of the helmets certified by these bodies can be good helmets because they serve the purpose of protecting your head. Helmets are designed in such a way to protect your head by distracting themselves. It will take the impact, it will take all the shock and protects your head from any kind of an injury. So again, this is not going to protect you from in all cases, but it will protect you in ideal scenarios where for which the helmet has been designed for. So this is one of the main reasons why helmets are not supposed to be dropped. Once the helmet is dropped, it will have some minute internal fractures and it will not serve the purpose of protecting in case of an impact. While choosing helmet, I think you should choose a full face helmet because it gives additional protection to your chin area. Or if you want to enjoy the view, you can always opt for a modular helmet which flips up. So helmets, apart from saving you from a crash, it also helps you protect your face and your eyes from the pollution, mud, dust, stones and insects that will be flying towards you while you're cruising at high speeds. So now helmets are number one priority. So riding gear number one is always a helmet. So the top two riding gear on our list is a motorcycle gloves. Our brain functions in such a way that in case of an impact, the first thing to reach out to the floor is our hands. So protecting them is a very crucial thing. While riding, you hold the handlebar all the time and it becomes a very sweaty situation between your hand and the handlebar, and there won't be enough grip for you to grip the motorcycle tightly. In that case, to avoid the sweat or oiliness between the handlebar and your hand, you need to wear a gloves. Choosing a proper motorcycle gloves is very important, which provides optimum protection to your hand. A proper abrasion resistant gloves has to be chosen to protect your hand in case of an impact. There are a variety of gloves starting from mesh to cowhide to kangaroo hide to hybrid materials and many more varieties. Gloves are actually designed as an additional layer of skin while you're riding. In case of an impact, the high impact zones would be reinforced with abrasion resistant material which will provide additional safety. Don't even feel shy to wear gloves on your daily commute because once you get used to it, you'll never look back. So whenever you are opting for a motorcycle riding gear, first thing you need to buy a helmet, next thing you need to buy a gloves. Now let's move on to the third one. The third riding gear is a motorcycle jacket. When I say a riding jacket or a motorcycle jacket, it's not any jacket that you go out to a mall and just buy it and wear it. I'm talking about proper armored jacket which will provide you optimum protection and a tension-free riding experience. Riding jackets usually come with elbow protectors and shoulder protectors. In some brands, they also offer chest protectors as well as your spine back protector. Most brands don't give the chest and the back armors in their jacket to cut down on the cost. But for sure, there will be a empty pocket insert where you can separately buy these armors and insert them. This will definitely provide you additional protection. So while choosing a jacket, you should be concerned about what kind of armors they use. If it doesn't have a proper tested and certified armors, please don't buy them, or as soon as you buy them, please replace them with the certified armors. So why I'm telling you this is because these armors are actually designed to take impact and not damage your body. If there is a jacket with foam armors in it, they tear apart in case of an impact and it will not protect you. But in case of a certified level 1 or a level 2 armors in your jacket, that will protect you in case of an impact. The riding jacket comes in different styles, again based on different seasons of the year, based on the riding style, based on different materials as well. While choosing a right jacket for you, instead of looking at which brand to buy, you should look at different other aspects as well. For instance, you need to check the level of protection that you're getting. So the elbow and the shoulder armors that you get, you need to check whether you're getting a level 1 certified armors or a level 2 certified armors. Also, you need to check whether they are providing a chest armor and a back protector along with the jacket that you're buying, or will it cost you additional couple of thousands at least for these armors. In case of a textile jacket, you also need to see what kind of abrasion resistant material they are using, what thickness they are using. It's usually measured in denier. They call it 600 denier, 1000 denier material, double layered material. Especially if you're buying a textile or a leather jacket, you should definitely look for proper ventilation in it. In case of a textile jacket, you should look for how many air vents are there. In case of a leather jacket, if you should see if it's perforated or not, because these jackets can get extremely hot when you're riding in summers. Be it a 100 kilometer long weekend ride or a 1000 kilometer very long ride, once you get used to wearing a jacket, you will never look back. It will make you feel so safe on the highway or whatever terrain you take. It will make you feel safe, so start using it. So as I already said, these are the top 3 riding gears that you should definitely be having. Guys, don't take me wrong when I say only the first 3 are the most important ones, because all the 5 riding gears which I'm speaking over here are very important. They are essential riding gears. So when you're buying a riding gear, you should always go with 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That's what I meant in this video. So the next one is the riding boots. So for this, I would say riding boots should always have the upper choice than the riding pants. Let me tell you why. Because all the weight of yourself, luggage, the motorcycle will be balanced on your feet. All terrains are not the same. While riding, we can come across good tarmac, bad tarmac, slush, sand, gravel and whatnot. So having a good riding boots to balance yourself in uncertain conditions is important. A good riding boots will provide good grip to balance your motorcycle, and it will support your ankle from getting twisted. One more very important element of a riding boot is the steel toe that you get with it. Now you might be thinking, how does this even help? See, your feet is always closer to the ground, and there can be anything on the ground. There can be rubber pieces, there can be stones, rocks, there can be metal parts which have fallen off from a lorry or something. So steel toe will help protect your delicate toes in case if you encounter something and you tend to hit it head on. That's our 4th riding gear. Coming to the last but not the least is your riding pant. Riding pant usually come with a combination of your jacket itself. If you think wearing a riding pant is too much of a gear to wear, you can always opt for a knee guard which protects only your knee. But in case of a riding pant, you also get a hip protector. Riding pants are also made up of this exact same material of the jacket, which has these highly abrasion resistant properties and all of that. So that's it guys, hope you have enjoyed the video. Please share it with your friends and keep watching my channel for more videos. Do hit the subscribe button and the bell icon for more notifications. And if you want me to do any video in particular, please put comments below. I will take a look at it and I will try to do it. Take care until the next video. Bye.